Hey, what's going on, motivators? My name's Corporal Russo. Just real heads up before we jump into this death battle, don't skip just yet. One of the things I'm trying to do now with these videos is try to do shoutouts for different people out there, whether it be for people who want to grow on YouTube or maybe to help someone out with something to get off the ground, like a GoFundMe page. That's what I'm going to start doing now. But because of the hurricane that hit North Carolina and South Carolina, Hurricane Florence, there's just so much damage done, and I know that everybody would like to help out somehow, but one of the ways I think would be the best way to do that is right now there are a lot of GoFundMe pages available. You just go to GoFundMe.com and just search under Hurricane Florence. There's so many different relief efforts you can help out with, so many families that need, everybody's help. I've donated myself. One story in particular that really touched me is only because this happened to a National Guardsman. I'm a Marine, of course, but we're both military guys, and while he was out, helping out, saving lives, rescuing animals, doing his job, his home got burglarized. But luckily, they set up a GoFundMe page for him, and they managed to raise like more than what they were asking for or campaigning for, which was like $15,000, and they raised it in about a day. But it does suck because even during tragedies like that, there's still a lot of bad out there. There's still a lot of evil walking around there when we should be coming together and helping each other. So for the victims of Hurricane Florence, and the survivors, if you guys want to go help out any way you can, just go to GoFundMe.com and just search Hurricane Florence, and there are so many that you can choose from. So many that I can't even just pick one out, specifically, other than the one with the National Guardsman. There's still people donating to him, but if you want to get on there and help, do your part, I think that'd be one of the best ways to do it. So that is the shout out for the week, and without further ado, here's our death battle.
I'm bored! Entertain me.
Hey, what's going on, motivators? My name's Corporal Russo.
I'm Wiser Ass Asian.
And welcome back to some more Death Battle. And this time we have the first ever live action Death Battle, Nightwing versus Daredevil. So, before we jump into that, just a quick heads up, guys. Sorry that we haven't posted in a while. One of the reasons is, for me personally, actually for both of us, for those of you who don't know, we are North Carolina natives. I was born in Havelock, you were born...
New Bern.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, New Bern...
It was underwater.
Yeah, so out of solidarity for them, I didn't post anything until things got better, because like, why should we have the fun when they're being miserable? So looks like things are getting better. Luckily, our sister survived.
And granddad.
Yeah, and our granddad. But
he survived Nam, he survived this.
Yes, like Vietnam and this. But also, we're waiting on our loot crate packages to come in, because apparently we're getting like a total of 6, because they were like backed up, so we'll be giving away a lot of stuff. So if you guys want a chance to win something, we got one of the loot crates in. Just hit that subscribe button and let us know why you deserve something free. But anyway, so here's the thing. We're kind of split on this death battle. Like,
it's more biased than anything.
Yeah.
It's
well,
I understand Daredevil's abilities and his prowess, but I like Nightwing.
Yeah, the thing I'll agree with Nightwing is the fact that he was trained by Batman. He even donned the Batman outfit for a while. But the thing is, Daredevil doesn't need the gadgets and gizmos that Nightwing would need to do what he does. He doesn't even need to do the whole sonar thing to track you down. He can just stand still, use his own body to track you down. So just like Batman versus Spider-Man, stealth isn't gonna work, and smoke bombs are not gonna work, because you can see right through that. And they both have, a scream fighting style too with those sticks.
Unless now we can find some way past Daredevil. So,
unless he has a sonar bomb on him.
Yeah, weakness.
But yeah, so we're kind of split on that. But here's the thing: our father has a bet going with me, not him, me. If Daredevil wins, he's gonna pay for my next meal at this new diner to open up down the road from us. But if I lose, it's the other way around. So. Let's find out if I'm gonna owe Dad some dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
let's find out his bragging rights.
Yeah, but here's another thing. Since this is a Daredevil match, I got a joke for you. What does Scarlet Witch from Avengers and Daredevil have in common? What? They both lost their vision. I know, it's a little bit of a messed up joke. Anyway, let's jump into this for someone who hates me.
world where superhumans can fly through the sky
Crypto.
with buildings over their head, it takes a lot more than a pair of tights for a mere mortal to stand out
the
from
hell?
the crowd.
That was it.
But these guys have it covered.
Nightwing, the original protege of Batman.
And
Do you thi-
Daredevil, Marvel's
do you think
man
Boomstick's gonna
without
make a
fear.
what a
He's
dick
with
joke?
my Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death
Live
battle.
action, and that's it. And that's Ismahawk. He does live action fights too.
Nice.
In modern times, the questionable whimsies of the circus are all but dead.
And good riddance, because the world doesn't need any more clowns.
Yet in its heyday, few performances could top the trapeze mastery of the Flying Graysons.
Well, until a mobster cut their cord on life short. Literally.
But they had a son, young yet just as talented as them. Orphaned and alone, all seemed hopeless for Dick Grayson.
Until he scored the coolest foster dad in the freaking universe. The goddamn Batman.
And under the Cape Crusader, Dick wasn't just a son, he was a sidekick, a superhero. He was Robin. Until he wasn't.
Ooh.
Punched Batman.
Robin spent many, many years kicking bad guys around the back alleys of Gotham City with his new dad. Who could forget the time he crushed Blockbuster under a truck, or when he whipped out that shark propellant? Never leave home without it, kids.
But then Batman suddenly realized, you know what? Bringing kids into battle is actually a bad idea.
Yeah, Jason
so
Todd.
he fired him. And then promptly forgot this little revelation.
Only time to update the resume, Batman. Probably for the best, though. I mean, come on. The kid didn't even have a proper pair of pants. What's your problem, Bruce?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I am never watching this show.
Actually,
I'm
it
sorry,
was
guys.
for the best, though
Yeah.
not in the way Batman hoped. Inspired by a story of an ancient Kryptonian superhero, Dick took to the streets by himself with a brand new uniform and a brand new name. From then on, he would be known as Nightwing.
Gotta hand it to Bats. He sure knows how to mold a kid into a criminal-crushing machine. With expertise in taekwondo, ninjutsu, aikido, and a bunch of other styles, Nightwing is one of the finest martial artists in comic book history.
No doubt helped by his world-class acrobatic skills. He is one of only 3 people on Earth who are capable of performing a quadruple flip.
And between the fancy schooling he got at Hudson U and being a founding member of the Teen Titans, he's got brains and brawn, plus a whole lot of weapons.
Nightwing's suit is lightweight, bulletproof, and makes virtually no sound when moving. The blue colors even turn black while in the dark. His mask features a holographic UI, complete with night vision and a spectral analyzer.
He's rocking
Yeah, see,
utility belts
Daredevil
on his
doesn't need
wrists
all
and
that.
ankles full of lockpicks, smoke pellets, and staples that are so strong they can
I
support
remember
the
that,
weight
too.
of a freaking helicopter.
He
Under
also
the red
carries a
hood.
rebreather, grapple gun, and wingdings.
That weird alien font with all the shapes? Oh, I'll figure out your secret one day, wingdings.
No, more like the batarangs or thrown shurikens. The standard wingdings are extremely sharp, but he also carries
Oh,
dual
come on, that's too
ultrasonic and
accurate.
explosive variants.
But let's get to the good stuff, like his 2 screaming sticks.
Eskrima stick.
They're great for beating the shit out of people. And they'll be pretty shocked when they find out Nightwing has wired them with 50,000 volt tasers.
Despite their falling out, Nightwing clearly remains inspired by the gadgets and skills of his baddie mentor. And he's put them
Performed
to
a
good
25-mile
use.
free
He's
fall.
strong enough to punch people through
Wow,
solid
damn.
walls and smash through a sheet of ice from underwater and hold back the 19,000 pounds per square inch bite force of an orca.
And while breaking a car window doesn't sound impressive, Nightwing's done so while the car was underwater and therefore pressurized. To pull this off, he needed to impact the glass with over 24,000 pounds per square
Damn.
inch.
He's quick enough to dodge point-blank gunfire, skilled enough to leap through the city while blindfolded, and tough enough to survive falling off a building.
Generally, any unsafe landing
Oh!
over 21 feet is guaranteed to
Oh,
break
here goes
the
Zach.
bone.
Ah,
Nightwing dropped 140 feet onto his butt, and he was fine. And we've all fallen on our tailbone. That shit sucks.
It
At
does.
one point, Nightwing spent 96 hours patrolling city streets looking for the criminal mastermind Two-Face, and an additional 5 or more hours collecting evidence. A 2010 study on sleep deprivation noted that 72 hours without sleep leads to a number of horrendous side effects, including hallucinations.
But when it was time to leap between blimps hundreds of feet in the air,
That's
and
funny, they
give
said that in
Two-Face
the Nightmare
beatdown
of Elm,
he
or,
deserved,
Nightmare
you couldn't even
on
tell
Elm Street
Nightwing
remake.
was in desperate
So
need
they're
of a nap.
factual
And
on
don't
that.
forget, he was trained by the #1 detective in the world. He's good enough to solve a kidnapping with a single look at the scene of a crime.
Even more impressive, he once performed a skydive at 930 miles per hour, which took all of 15 minutes. That puts his starting position around 25 miles high and free falling faster than the speed of sound. For reference, real-life
Yeah, the
Austrian
Red Bull
athlete
dude.
Felix Baumgartner performed a similar great leap from 24 miles up, hitting a maximum speed over 800 miles per hour. To pull this off, he needed a specialized suit to protect him from the extreme cold, unfiltered sunlight, and lack of oxygen.
Science.
One mistaken movement could have put him into a rapid spin, rendering him unconscious and causing his blood to boil.
And Nightwing just did it without any of that. Damn.
He's certainly tough, but he's had his fair share of losses.
Oh,
His
yeah.
scarred body is proof of that.
And eventually, him and Bats
Daredevil's no
finally made
different.
up. He even took up the cowl himself when Batman was out for a while. Nightwing is one superhero who will always come out on top, along with his partners, Jim and Juan.
What?
I mean, it's right here in the intern's notes. Who's Jim and Juan?
Oh, that's the names these ladies gave his butt cheeks.
Well, guess you can't argue with the ass on that dick.
I haven't used that name
Wow.
in a long time. Call me Nightwing.
Why did he have a mullet?
Before he became the man without fear, Matthew Murdoch was the son of a professional
Murdoch.
boxer named Battling Jack.
Sounds like a badass. But Jack actually boxed because it was the only thing he was good at. And he needed money to get his kid through school so that little Matt would have a better life than he did. Oh, what a good dad.
Got that Marine tattoo.
He's punching people for his kid.
Matt still trained in secret with his father's exercise equipment, molding himself into a powerful fighter and an expert acrobat. This new athletic ability would come in handy when he witnessed a blind man walking right in front of
It's
a
me,
speeding
Stan
truck.
Lee.
Feeling especially heroic that day, Matt dove in to push the guy to safety, but the truck crashed, sending some weird acid stuff flying all over Matt's face.
From that day forward,
You know what's
Matt
funny?
was permanently blind.
It's been confirmed that that chemical was the same chemical that made the Ninja Turtles.
Which was, it would
Still,
make sense
Matt
because New
did
York.
not give up
Yeah.
on the dream his father wanted. He earned his degree with flying colors and founded a law firm with his friend Foggy Nelson. Things were actually looking up for him.
Well, except for when his dad was killed by a mobster for ruining a rigged boxing match. Because you can't be a superhero unless you've lost your parents.
Matt was distraught.
Yeah,
His
pretty
world had
much.
come crashing down around him, and he couldn't even see it happen. But he could hear it, smell it, feel it.
Yeah, 'cause turns out that radioactive goop didn't just blind Matt, it gave him superpowers. So he dressed up
Legally
like the
blind.
devil himself
Yeah.
and literally scared the mobster to death.
And so, Daredevil was born. Many blind people, particularly those born with it, experience a rewriting of the brain to heighten their other senses, somewhat making up for their lack of sight.
Something similar happened to Daredevil,
right, the brain
except
does
like
that.
100 times
Yeah.
greater.
His touch became so sensitive, he can tell when a person is close to him simply from the disturbance in the air. His ears can pick up the faintest of sounds, from the slightest movement of an enemy to the rising heartbeat of someone who's lying. His taste can detect each separate ingredient in any recipe, including poisons, and his nose can track you down like a bloodhound.
Who needs eyes when you can sense everything around you to the smallest detail?
Oh, 13
But
martial arts.
he couldn't
Oh.
use his blind powers as well as he does without the training under a super secret warrior named Styx. No relation.
With Styx's help, Matt mastered several fighting styles, including ninjutsu, Krav Maga, and Kung Fu.
And get this, Styx had basically the same blind powers as Daredevil.
Whoa. Silk sheets.
Thanks to him, Matt learned how to hone his senses, to know and maneuver through his surroundings even better than those with working eyes. He also learned how to tap into something called an atom-induced radar sense.
Like that thing that bats do when they bounce
Yeah.
sound around to see in the dark or whatever?
Sort of. That's sonar, or echolocation, and he can use it too. But thanks to his radioactive origins, Daredevil can actually emit electromagnetic energy waves from his body, which bounce off objects in his vicinity, painting a picture of his surroundings in his head. This means he doesn't even need sound to find and take down an opponent.
So he's got a ton of ways to make up for his eye problem, but he's also got some awesome gear to help him take out the bad guys. Like his devil suit that's bulletproof, shockproof, flameproof,
Oh, shockproof.
and a perfect backup plan whenever he forgets to prep for a Halloween party.
For combat, he built a versatile weapon out of his most innocuous possession, a walking cane.
By day, he's a feeble blind man slowly tapping across the road. But by night, he whips out the horns and snaps his cane into a high-tech billy club.
The club houses a cable, hidden blades, a recording
Yeah.
device, and exploding pellets.
It can even turn into a boomerang. Man, where do I get one of these? You don't have to be blind, right?
No, but you shouldn't. You already destroy everything without a super club.
Well,
They
I
need to
need
do
to
Dexter
practice to
versus
grow as
Jimmy
well as he
Neutron,
does.
please.
You know how
Yeah.
Captain America tosses his shield all over the place and it always seems to come back to him? Well, Daredevil does the exact same thing, and he can throw it hard enough to bust concrete.
Wow.
He's
Yeah.
super strong. He can lift a 400-pound barbell and chuck it as casually as when I toss a beer away when it's time for a new one.
He's quick enough to deflect bullets with his billy club, and skilled enough to bounce one back so it killed the man who fired
Jesus.
it in the first place.
Bet that guy wasn't
I
expecting
think that's from Frank Miller's,
It looks like
Daredevil.
He's firing a Glock, which has a muzzle speed of about 1,200 feet per second.
At just 20 feet away, Daredevil had to react within 17 milliseconds to avoid getting hit. And while he couldn't survive a shot to the head, he's powered through a heck of a lot when compared to the average human.
He's survived zaps from Electro, whose power can burn through metal. He's fallen multiple stories and walked away. Powered through a napalm explosion and been hit by a 5-foot bar swung
see.
by the Ox, who can
Held
tear
his
through metal
own against
cages
Spider-Man.
and lift more than 800
Batman couldn't
pounds.
even do that.
His keen control over his nervous system has also helped him resist tranquilizers and toxins. But his super senses are also his biggest weakness.
They may give him way more field awareness than most anybody else,
Michael
but if
Clark
his
Duncan.
opponent knows how his powers work, they can overload his senses with an extremely loud noise or a really bad smell.
Yeah.
Like if you had a truckload of screaming skunks you could throw at him. That'd probably work great.
But even with those weaknesses, Daredevil is a fearsome foe for anyone who would face him, even if he can't see them.
He even managed to balance his life of law and the crime fighting, and became a huge success on his own. Papa Boxer would be proud. I'm gonna kill you!
Take your shot.
You know, it's funny, he represented the Punisher
All right, the combatants are set.
in court
Let's
to Daredevil as a
investigate once
lawyer.
and for all.
Yeah.
It's time for a death battle!
Live action, about damn time.
Well, shit. Out of nowhere.
Wow.
Could have been on the scene.
Yeah, but what can you do?
Yeah. We're not judgmental. We just critique. Yes, it is a Honda.
Actually, no, the costume don't look that bad,
I
actually.
know you're there. You can leave now, or I can drag you out. It's your choice.
His voice can be a little more intimidating. Shit.
Ooh, I'm shaking in my boots, especially looking at the Prince of Darkness. But that case over there is part of an investigation I've been working, so why don't you hand it over and I'll get out of your horns. Is that a no then?
Please tell me. Ooh, nice. I was gonna say, is a car gonna drop on somebody?
I'll be fucked.
Yeah. Got that boxing. But the question is, does Nightwing know he's blind? No, he didn't just cut that in half, did he? Oh.
What the?
Ah!
Damn. He just break his arm?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh! Yeah, maybe we should get him to put your shoulder back in place.
Oh my god.
Better.
And those electric shocks ain't gonna do shit. What's gonna be the end game on this one? That's not gonna work.
You think you were born? You think the darkness is your ally?
You're merely a death of the dark. I was born in it.
Oh, it's fired.
Oh!
I wish I could see the look on your face.
Me too.
Oh. Oh yeah, got him. Oh well.
It's over till it's over.
Yeah. What the?
Ooh.
Broke his neck.
Ooh, is that game?
Probably.
Is it endgame?
Yeah, it's endgame.
You might have bragging rights?
Ooh, broke his neck. I owe you dinner, Dad.
We can do that now?
This was possibly one of our closest matchups.
Yes, they
to
told you
date.
it was gonna be a
Despite
close
lacking
one.
A true superhuman physique, both Nightwing and Daredevil were extremely skilled and deadly fighters.
When it came to overpowering each other, they were pretty dead even. Sure, based on their previous feats, we can tell that Nightwing seemed a little stronger and more acrobatic, and Daredevil seemed a little quicker to react.
But these differences were extremely minimal. It's actually feasible that these two could pull off almost all the exact same feats.
Keyword being almost.
Right, with such similar physical abilities, this really came down to their arsenal, Nightwing's gadgets and Daredevil's superpowers. At first glance, these could simply counter each other, making this match completely even again. For example, both could take advantage of the dark with night vision or super senses, but only one set was perfectly suited to actively disrupt the other.
Remember Nightwing's scanning mask? There's no way he couldn't notice those electro waves Daredevil's radar sense was sending everywhere. Even Mr. Magoo could have figured out something was weird here. Let alone the guy trained by freaking Batman. You know, the greatest detective in the world.
Through a little hand-to-hand action, Nightwing was certainly clever enough to recognize Daredevil's reliance to sound over sight, and had the perfect counterweapon, the ultrasonic wingding.
Look, I'm sure there were several possible scenarios where Daredevil could have pulled off the win, but more times than not, Nightwing takes this thanks to his athletic
Nightwing
skills, detective training, and high-tech gadgets. All he had to
Okay,
do
what was that?
was
I don't know.
to wing it.
The winner
won.
is Nightwing.
Alright, but next one's gonna be their 100th episode. Oh. Who the hell is this? A classic match? Are they redoing one? New rules. Oh shit.
Bringing teammates?
Let's go.
Oh, rematch. Bring it.
Oh, this thing came off the camera when I was setting it up.
That's
You
Boomstick.
telling me every single time you've set up the camera, you've never taken the cap off?
Yeah, and now we're gonna be introduced to Wiz and
Thanks for watching
Boomstick.
our 99th episode, and
Alright, quick little discussion and we'll end this video. So, I knew that one was going to be really close, and I really thought they were going to give it to Daredevil just because of that, but yeah, the Sonic, he just had to have a Sonic wingding, and couldn't he have just called him something else other than wingdings?
It's perfect.
It sounds like something you order at a restaurant as an appetizer. Order wingdings, please.
I'm gonna get an order of wingdings.
I'm not gonna fret this one too much. I knew it was going to be a close one, but Dad, I owe you dinner.
And I got bragging rights.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, also, for you guys who don't know, when we are at ends with a battle, it's like when one of us does get the bragging right, we let it rub it in the other one's face. Especially that one 4 years ago. Remember that?
Yeah, or it won't thrill.
Yeah. Believe it or not, our Terminator versus RoboCop, we went at it for months before the episode even aired.
Yeah.
And then there was Naruto versus Ichigo, which our friend Darrell.
He's very adamant about Ichigo and
Yep.
it was just like, nah. You know, that's how long ago? A while ago.
Yeah.
And I still bring it up.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, thanks for watching this death battle with us. If you enjoyed this reaction to help kill your board, and just remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, we have more Loot Crate stuff coming out, so if you guys want something to win, because it's going to be a lot of stuff when we're running out of room at our place to put it.
Yeah.
Just remember to hit that subscribe button, let us know why you deserve a chance to win it. And yeah, that's about it, really. And oh, hit the notification bell, because apparently subscribing doesn't mean nothing because of YouTube's BS algorithm. You got anything?
Nah, Nightwing won. I'm happy. I mean, I knew Daredevil had like his sensing ability was gonna be like one of his trump cards, but it's Nightwing.
Yeah.
He was trained by Batman. Like I said, he's trained by Batman.
Yeah, but
One
again,
of the few Robins that should come out okay.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
But
not come on top and not the E6 feet under.
yeah, but at the same time, they also came down to their arsenal more than anything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll definitely see the next one.
Always come prepared.
But they said there's new rules.
Yeah.
So what's?
I wonder if they're gonna, like, whenever you can only have one, like, only 1v1.
Yeah.
Can't be no help. Maybe Mario could bring in.
They have done 2v2 before. Jack and Daxter versus
Well,
Ratchet and Clank.
that's the thing though. Like, that's Jack and Daxter. Like,
Their thing, but at the same time when Bayonetta took on Dante, Trish and Jean came in from their respective video games to assist too. But that only led up to DBX. But yeah, I'm excited to know what the new rule is. And now we got to see what Wiz and Boomstick finally look like.
Yeah.
So I got to see what they look like at RTX, which is really funny because it was just like, that's what they look like? And for those of you guys who don't know this, the last death battle that Ben and Chad said that they'll ever do, like the one to end all death battles when death battle's finally done and over, which they say won't be for a long time, will be Wiz versus Boomstick. So the question is, who would win that one? The guy who knows more about the arsenals, or the guy who knows more about the science? So anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. It's good to be back making videos again, and just stay tuned for more stuff, and you guys have a good day, alright? Later.